Swastiastu. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Dr. Dewa Gederat Duyana Putra. Thank you so much for the time given to me. Firstly, I would like to introduce myself. Well, my name is Kadek Dwi Darmaniti and my student number is 20111711060. Today, I would like to present my research proposal under the title, The Implementation of Drill Method in Improving Intellectual Disability Students' Vocabulary Mastery in PKBM Widyagupta. Well, the first is introductions. Well, here we can see the background of the study. The learning problem in a class of intellectual disability students. Well, so here a vocabulary is a really important thing in learning English because by mastering vocabulary, the students will be able to mastery 4 skills in learning languages, which is reading, writing, listening, and also speaking. Well, here the researchers do observations and preliminary tests to the students with intellectual disabilities, which is the observation shows that the students are lack of vocabulary because they are really hard to remember the lessons and the vocabulary that they had learned. And then it's also supported by the preliminary test, which is show the score are under the completion minimum criteria. So from those problems, the researchers will conduct a classroom action research using the drill method. Well, so here's the preliminary outputs, which is there are 10 students. They are tested by the researchers, and the score showed really low, which is the classification is on the table on the right one. There are only 1 student got enough, which is can be showed that only 10%. Well, so the based on the curriculum of 2013, which is 2013, the criterion minimum is 75. So only 10% of students pass it, and 90%, which is the rest of the students, do not pass it. Well, so here, why the researchers conduct the drill method? Because based on several solutions that there are other researchers found, one of the similar solutions that they found is repeating or drilling method, which is this one is for the literature review. So the first is Utami et al. With 2021 also found a similar problem, which is the students are lack of vocabulary, which is hard to remember, by conducting the research, which is descriptive research, that the teacher employed drilling, storytelling, colorful poster, and videos to enhance the teaching method. And then the next is from Takriani et al. 2022, found that the teachers use strategies in the classroom like mediated instructions, naturalistic strategies, and also routine-based strategies specifically for students with learning disabilities. And then Rohman et al. 2018 answered that one of the effective learning methods for students with special needs is repetition or the drill methods. So those researchers also found the same answer, which is it's the drill method. So that's why the researchers take an classroom action research with drill method. Well, the next is the conceptual framework. Well, here, the research, which is the implementation of drill method in improving intellectual disabilities students' vocabulary mastery in PKBM Widyagupta, the first things to do is the literature review. And then after that, the researchers conduct the observation and also supported by the preliminary test, which is the result showed only 1 of 10 students got score upper the criterion completion criteria. The students are still lack in English actions verb vocabulary, which showed by 3 of the students got 20 per 100 points only. And then from that, the researchers conduct classroom action research, which is in that classroom action research, there are cycle, which is the cycle 1 that they are planning actions, observing, and also reflecting. Well, in the cycle 1, there will be 2 possibilities. The first is success. If 70% of students achieve the criterion completion minimum and if the lower score of the student increases at least 20 points. If the cycle 1 success, it means the research is already done. But in the other hand, there will be another possibility, which is not success. If less than 70% or 7 students achieve the criterion completions minimum, and if the lower score of the students do not increase at least 20 points. So if the cycle 1 got not succeed, so the researcher will conduct the cycle 2, which is revise the cycle 1. All right, so the next is the research methodology. Research design. Based on Chemist et al. 2014, here is the cycle of the classroom action research, which is the cycle. Okay, the cycle 1, it will be started by plant and then do the actions. While do the actions, the researchers will observe the students, and then the last is reflect. So from that reflect, the researchers will see if the cycle 1 success or not. If not success, the researcher will revise the plan, which is go into the cycle 2 and then do the action again, and then while observe and also reflect until the research reach the success criteria. Well, to conduct this, the researchers will use the step of drill method from Weber 1969, which is the first the teacher briefly read the words or the sentence in the text, and then the students listen attentively while the teacher reads the word or the sentences. And then the students repeat and memorize what the teacher read. And then the next is the repetition is continued independently, and then the teacher uses other form of sentences and the students repeat them. Well, the next is place and time. So the place will be at PKBM Widya Gupta. Well, so PKBM Widya Gupta is one of non-formal school in Gianyar Regency, which is it's an inclusive school, which is there are regular students and also special needs students. So most of the special needs students are intellectual disability students. So those people cannot join the formal one, so they join in the non-formal one. So the school also using the curriculum of 2013, which is based the learning process are based on the curriculum too. And then for the time, the researchers will conduct this research on the second semester of 2023-2024 academic year. All right, so the next is research subject. The research subject will be 10 students in NIN grade with intellectual disability in PKBM Widya Gupta, which is they are 3 males and also 7 females. Well, the next is the research success criteria. There are 2 research success criteria, which is the first is if the 70% students reach the minimum score, which is 70 points, and the lower score of the students increases at least 20 points. If the research do not reach this success criteria, so the research cannot be said as success. Well, so the next is data collection technique. So the researchers will collect the data by do observations in the front and then preliminary tests and conduct the classroom action research, and the last is by doing the post-test. And then the last is data analysis technique. Finding will be analyzed descriptively using the percentage success formula as follows, which is total of all past students divided the number of students and also times 100 points. All right, so that's all about the research proposal presentations. Thank you so much for the time, and I do apologize if is there any mistaken that I said before. Thank you so much, and Om Santi 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 Om.